Hi friends, it's Sarah from Ruffles and Rain Boots. We're going to use ugly ribbon to make a pretty bow. So I had someone email me back from my bow tutorial newsletter. You can get my free newsletter too. I'll put a link below. But she wanted to say I have ribbon that is ugly on the other side and I wanted to make pretty bows with it. And she kept getting an ugly side on one of the bows. So we're going to make them pretty. We're going to need scissors and any ribbon. I'm going to show you. I've used a ton of different ribbon for this, velvet included, satin. So the ruler is just so that you can determine the final size. So if I'm going for 5.5, I'm going to take about 18-ish inches, 18.5, and I'm going to start there. So I still have the ribbon connected, so you don't have to cut it off. Once we have this, we can just start at the 18-inch mark, put in the back the working end or the cut side. So at that 18-inch mark, just make a loop. Any size will do. This is not our final size. Put that loop in between your thumb and your pointer. Take your two middle fingers, put them in between the ribbon and hold it all with your pinky. Easy, right? Take the working end or the cut end and loop it over your thumb so that it's in the back and you see ugly, and then you're just going to loop the back. Okay? That's it. Just make a loop in the back, go over your first bow, your loop, and then in front of that loop, but behind the cross piece over your thumb. And now you're just going to start pulling. Don't turn it like I just did, just flat ahead. Just pull and then pull each piece down so that you can pull it a little tighter. All right, don't worry about that other piece. I'm just making it tighter. So once you get it to where you can start pulling back out the size bow you want, you're just going to tug each of these two pieces that are tails to adjust, and then you're just going to turn them flat. So this one here, I'm just going to pull it out in the front so you can get the true size of it, and then tighten it really tight when you're ready. Now, I'm going to take the two front or the two tail pieces from the front. I'm going to match them up. So I'm making sure the bow is the same size on either side. Now you can make a big poofy bow or a flatter bow, whichever one you want. But in order to make sure that we get them the same size, we're going to be looking at the front and we're going to cut from the front side. So you can see the back side is pretty easy to tell it's the back side. So line them up. They don't have to be perfect, but it helps if they're the same length. And then do not turn it over like that. You're going to work from the front. So any of the front side is the shorter side to cut it into a nice little slant. And the reason I say that is because if you cut every single one of them the same, then you're going to be able to repeat this over and over and over. So each bow takes me, I don't know, 35 seconds or so to do, and then I'll put them all together and then I'll trim all these ends. Okay, so I'm going to use a very distinct one you can see here. This is 1.5 inches of wired faux fur ribbon. This is very hard stuff to work with, but again, I'm going to show you it works. And at the end, I'll show you it works with satin ribbon. It works with velvet ribbon, because who wants to pay for two-sided velvet and satin ribbon? I'm never going to do that. So anyway, same thing. I'm going to take 18 inches because all my bows are going to be the same size. I'm going to loop it over and flip it, in the back. I'm just making a loop, and then I'm going to flip it over in front of my first loop. Oh, I just dropped it. I'm going to flip it over in front of my first loop under that little cross piece, and then I start pulling. That's it. And then slow and steady with the pulling. Pull, pull, and then you tighten. And again, you can have poofy bows like the coquette bows, or you can have the flatter bows like a Ralph Lauren bow. Those are big this year. And so you can see, put it on your ruler and pull until you get your 5.5. Okay, and then again, we're going to put our tails together and then trim from the front. And you can dovetail if you want, but again, not the look I'm going for today. Make sure they are flat. I hate wired ribbon for this reason. You have to make sure it's all perfect. But this works with wired ribbon. It works with slick satin ribbon that's ugly on one side and shiny on another. It works with velvet. I love velvet ribbon. I hope to show you all one of my dining room trees this year with that. But here you go. I made all of these in like 5 minutes so I could give you this tutorial. I hope that helps. And as always, please like this video, please share this video, and subscribe for more crafting fun.